Ever since I told her about a failed investment, she won't speak to me. She said it was the last straw, and now she's been silent for 3 days. My son stopped talking to me 2 days ago after I criticized his girlfriend. I've called, sent emails, and even showed up at his door, but he refuses to speak with me. These are just 2 examples of the many stories shared by my clients regarding their experiences with silent treatment. The refusal to talk to another person, an act of passive aggression. It may entail a complete refusal to acknowledge the other's presence and include averting eye contact. While such treatment may occur with family members, friends, or others in the workplace, it can be especially devastating in a romantic relationship. Being human, we crave connections that offer us support, care, and recognition. Especially in an intimate relationship, we expect a partner to be there for us in ways that help meet these needs. Silent treatment fails to satisfy these longings and also reflects withholding and emotional abandonment. It is a cutting form of passive aggression. Additionally, engaging in silent treatment as an adult has been found to be associated with experiencing parental silent treatment. It was also found to be associated with lower self-esteem. The impact of silent treatment. Clearly, silent treatment creates an atmosphere of anxiety, fear, and sadness that preclude an underlying sense of safety. As such, it causes unhappiness and psychological harm that most often heightens conflict in a relationship. It can lead one to feel anger, abandonment, rejection, and overall distress. In one study of 581 couples, partners reported significantly less satisfaction when their partner used detached emotional communication. Such aversion has also been found to be a powerful trigger for feeling ostracized, reduced self-esteem, lowered relational value, and, highly important, an increased temptation to act aggressively toward the partner. It can also lead the target of such treatment to feel self-doubt and self-blame, which fuel negative self-criticism. Additionally, those targeted by silent treatment may become obsessed in their thinking about what they need to do in order to end the silence. Being the target of silent treatment is a challenge for anyone, but it's especially difficult for individuals who already have low self-esteem as well as those who have anxious attachment. A part of this pattern includes fear regarding the stability and dependability of relationships. Subsequently, victims of silent treatment may be quick to feel intense rejection and fear of loss. Such silence is experienced as betrayal and abandonment. As reflected in one study, targets who could not attribute the ostracism to a specific cause were more likely to experience a threat to their belongingness and self-esteem than those who could. Reasons behind silent treatment. People might use silent treatment for a variety of reasons. 1. Lack of self-awareness. People may be confused or overwhelmed by their feelings and just want to show they are upset. 2. Conflict avoidance. An individual may not feel sufficiently safe to express what they feel, perhaps due to fear of their own feelings, thoughts, or behaviors, or those of the individual with whom they experience conflict. 3. Lack of communication skills. Some people feel they lack the skills to express themselves. 4. Punishment. Silent treatment becomes abuse when it is intended to punish, control, or gain power over someone. 5. To make the other person feel bad. 6. To not appear abusive to others. 7. To avoid taking responsibility. Healthy disengagement versus silent treatment. There are times when it might be best to disengage from discussing a conflict. For example, one partner recognizes that he is too agitated and that continuing the conversation would only escalate his tension and frustration. Or, one partner might need time for self-reflection to better identify their feelings or thoughts about a situation. It's important for the targeted partner to recognize when it could be ignored or when it is abusive. It's especially important for the targeted individual to remember that they are not responsible for how a partner reacts. Being the victim of silent treatment calls for self-compassion rather than self-doubt or criticism. It calls for evoking the voice of compassion that asks, "What is in my best interest for my well-being?" You may decide to learn communication skills, including how to be assertive in expressing your feelings and thoughts. Or you may seek professional help for gaining self-awareness of your feelings. And you may decide that couples counseling may be beneficial. Ultimately, it's important to recognize that you can be helped to move past silent treatment, whether you practice it or are a victim to it.